The Billionaire's Secret: How to Win by Doing Nothing. Imagine a billionaire sitting quietly in his chair, sipping Diet Coke, while the world around him panics over stocks crashing. While everyone else is buying, selling, and freaking out, he just sits there, doing nothing. And yet, he keeps getting richer. That billionaire was Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's right-hand man. His investing philosophy was so simple, yet so shocking, that most people ignored it, until it was too late. Lesson 1. The big money is in the waiting. Most investors think they need to buy and sell constantly to make money. But Charlie Munger is different, and he laughed at that. The big money is not in the buying and selling, but in the waiting. He once bought Coca-Cola stock in the 1970s and never sold, while traders around him lost their minds over market dips. Imagine two friends, Alex and John. Alex buys a great company's stock and holds it for 30 years. John, on the other hand, buys and sells stocks every few months, trying to time the market. After 3 decades, Alex has built massive wealth, while John has lost most of his money to trading fees, taxes, and bad decisions. Guess who got rich? The guy who did nothing except waiting. Lesson 2. Avoid stupidity. Don't chase genius. Munger never tried to be the smartest guy in the room. Instead, he just avoided stupid mistakes, like chasing hype stocks, overpaying, or panicking. It is remarkable how much long-term advantage people like us have gotten by trying to be consistently not stupid. Think about it. Most people lose money not because they're dumb, but because they make dumb choices. They chase crypto at the top, buy stocks they don't understand, and follow TikTok traders. But Munger ignored the noise and focused on businesses that made money for decades, not just months. Alex and John are both looking at the stock market. Alex does detailed research before buying, sticking to solid companies with good fundamentals. John, however, chases a new, hot stock he hears about from friends and social media. A few months later, the stock crashes and John loses all his money. Meanwhile, Alex's solid picks have grown steadily. Lesson 3. Incentives rule the world. Why do banks sell you risky loans? Why do CEOs pump stock prices before quitting? Because incentives control everything. Munger's golden rule: show me the incentive, and I will show you the outcome. Alex and John both consider a new investment opportunity. The company is offering huge incentives to its CEO for short-term performance, which boosts stock prices for the moment. Alex wonders if these incentives align with long-term value, so he chooses to pass. John, however, jumps in without considering the incentives. A few years later, the CEO leaves and the stock price crashes. If someone is rewarded for short-term profits, they'll make reckless decisions, even if it destroys their company later. Lesson 4. Debt destroys even the smartest people. Ever wonder why so many rich people go broke? Munger knew the answer: leverage, which means debt. Smart people go broke because they borrow too much. Alex and John both start new businesses. Alex uses only the money he has saved up to invest in his business, growing it slowly and steadily. John, however, takes out a large loan to try to grow faster. When sales don't meet expectations, John struggles to pay back the loan and eventually loses everything. Meanwhile, Alex's business continues to grow at a sustainable pace without any debt weighing him down. You don't need 10x returns overnight. You need to protect yourself from disaster, because if you're wiped out, game over. Lesson 5. Read. A lot. Munger and Buffett had one thing in common: they read constantly. They says in their whole life, they have known no wise people who didn't read all the time. While others scrolled social media, Munger read economics, history, psychology, and business. He understood something most people ignore: the more you learn, the richer you get. Alex spends his free time reading books about finance, business, and history. John, on the other hand, scrolls through social media, trying to catch the latest trends. 10 years later, Alex has built up a strong knowledge base, investing wisely and accumulating wealth, while John remains stuck with poor investments and no real financial knowledge. Final lesson: think for yourself. Munger once said, "Mimicking the herd invites regression to the mean." Meaning, if you do what everyone else is doing, you'll get the same mediocre results. So stop following the herd, stop chasing shiny things, and stop making dumb mistakes. Instead, do what Charlie did. Number 1, find great businesses. Number 2, buy and hold them for decades. Number 3, ignore the hype. Number 4, keep learning. And number 5, and most importantly, be patient.